Hey, how's it going, guys? It's Choco the Chocobo, and we are starting the very, very hype build week. Now, this music may be relaxing, but that's just because we got a lot of stuff to do. These will not be the most action-packed episodes you've ever seen in your lives, but there will be a lot of progress in this week. At least that's the goal. Now, I kind of rediscovered how difficult it can be to build some things. So, yeah, it kind of occurred to me as I was kind of plopping along, and it didn't really dawn on me as to how hard certain things were until I actually started doing them again. So, we'll see how much we actually get done. I'm hoping we get a lot done, and we're not in too rough of shape. So, let's recap. Let's recap several things. We have bunnies, check. We have sheep, check. We have cows with an iron golem protector, check. Pigs, golem protector, check. Chickens in prisons, check. Garbage disposal, check. Functioning wheat farm with viewable panel, check. We have our lovely dovely zombie siege proof, I believe. I'm not 100% sure on this. I've seen one zombie siege occur here, and it didn't do anything. They spawned underneath them, and they kind of looked up like very sadly, like we can't reach them. So I think they're safe. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I do believe they're safe. We do have a very, very wide variety of librarians here for us in case we're scared. We have Dogs guarding the area. We have Clyde just hanging out by himself. We need to get him a buddy, I think, soon. We have all of our blacksmiths hanging out. We have like a bajillion horses running around like idiots, and there are 2 dogs. Yep. One with a gold and one with iron. We don't have any diamond armor. That would be honestly all the hype, but we don't have one yet. So, no one's on the server right now. It's just me. And yeah, these guys are all in good shape. Now, we are going to go to the new base area. And I just want to preface this by saying the following. The transition to winter has been very, very hard on me. For whatever reason this year, I'm not doing well with the transition from fall to winter. It might be because like where I am, it changed really like harshly from really freaking warm to really freaking cold, and then like this weird limbo period where it would like fluctuate wildly, and I would be like, it's warm, it's cold, it's warm, it's cold, and then no one wins in that situation. But yeah, so I do have to apologize if it's not quite the amount of progress you had hoped for. I do my best, of course, but I know that you guys have an insatiable amount of hunger to see progress, and I will do my best during build week to make sure that you guys are satiated, to make sure that you guys are getting what you need, getting your kicks, so to speak. But we do have a little bit of issue here. We haven't really done much with that nether fortress. We did collect some odd wither skeleton, or not wither skeletons, but we collected their skulls. I believe they're safely tucked away somewhere. So that's a thing. I think Preston and I are going to be doing a wither challenge at some point, which is pretty cool. But that's happening. But yeah, I am very, very nervous right now because I'm worried that I'm going to go there and you guys are going to be like, Choco, that's not enough work. But all right, as per norm, I'm going to face downward. And then we're going to, let's see, am I facing? I'm facing east. That's south. All right. So we're not going to look right at it. All right. Because I'm scared. Oh, wait, and of course my obligatory, oh, look, guys, I had a whole bunch of progress on the base. Hype, hype, hype. But we all know that's a, oh. What a little scoundrel. Using, oh, he sees me. Wait, what? Oh, wow, that's like way overshot. There we go. It only took a million tries. Actually, we should probably get the lovely YOLO sword out. Oh, also, for those of you who remember Meepo the shovel's dead. It got too expensive to fix him up. I actually started, quote-unquote, build week officially with, what, 200 some levels? And then now I'm down to 59. A lot of them broke. Anyways, we broke a lot of stuff, and it is quite intense. But you guys are probably like, Choco, I'm about to bash my head And I'm hoping that's not too loud. I'm not really sure. I can never tell how loud the jazz is, but whatever. I'm sure the stream will warn me if, well, maybe I'll turn it down just a wee bit. Alright, 3, 2, 1, and whoosha! Wait. Oh! There you go. Isn't that pretty? So we actually made the tower base. Some people on stream actually watched me build one of them. This is the second one. Not doing one on the far side, but we did add this tower base. Now, the tower base is nice because it lets us actually go up and down that without too much trouble. You can also see that I have like a little bit of scaffolding / network going on. It's not in its final form obviously yet, but we're going to be working on it, and hopefully it's going to look pretty darn cool. But for now, the main thing that we got done is we finished off that tower base, and of course there's one on the other side. Let me just try to get into a better position for it so I can show you guys what I'm talking about. But we did connect everything. Now, trying my best not to give away too much of the goose, oh, and also I have a special surprise for the end of the episode, because something very interesting happened, and I had to do it. But yeah, we do have a little bit of a surprise. If I, for whatever reason, forget, stream, don't let me, fight me, beat me up. Actually, please don't beat me up. I'm sure some of you could. Please don't. I'm fragile. Alright, that's not true at all, but still. I want to be a beautiful butterfly. Alright. Let's just swim up. How to fail at water bucketing. How to fail at water bucketing with Choco the Chocobo. Alright. So, on this snowy cliff, we will ascend. And then there it is on the other side. The matching thing. And if you actually go up it, we have added the stairs, so you can actually traverse this. Now, I'm kind of debating as to what exactly I want to do with the sides here. We do have several options. The most likely of which is I'm going to actually leave this open. I'm going to fill, well, not fill, but I'm going to have some stationary water at the very bottom here. So if you're going from the top to the bottom, you can just jump, and you don't have to worry about splatting unless you, like an idiot, run into the stairway. But, which I've done, so I shouldn't say that. But, yeah, that's pretty cool. And yeah, it can kind of just pop up. Awesome. But this is all here. Again, we're not doing on the far side because that's not exactly our MO at the moment. But that's pretty cool, I think. I think it looks really nice, and I think it adds a nice little flair. And of course, it looks pretty darn cool. And there's like this like little window area in the bottom, which I haven't decided what I want to do with that exactly yet either. I'm guessing they're going to just get replaced with blue glass, but I'm not really sure yet. But we'll see. Anyways, let's get to the next part of the start to build week, because it would be a darn shame if that's all I did. So let's move on. So someone asked, is that ice for the windows? No, it's blue. Light blue stained glass, which is made out of, whatchamacallit, it's made out of lapis lazuli and bone meal. And since we have infinite lapis lazuli, basically, why not kind of thing. It looks really nice. The idea was that I wanted to make it kind of water themed, right? I wanted to not make it like ocean themed, but water themed. So I chose a light blue, which is kind of sky and water, kind of put the best of both worlds in one item. So that is that. Now, I need to do this very carefully. And I also have the scaffolding here, which is nice. I need to do this very, very carefully, otherwise the goose will be given. Alright. I am really liking goose right now. I don't know what it is about the word goose, but I'm really digging it as of late. Alright. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. So welcome to the new addition to the base. There's a lot of this is just scaffolding stuff. So for example, those beams right there, those connect to that bit there. I'm going to eventually add some like architectural stuff to it so it looks prettier. But the idea is that there will be a bridge that connects these like turrets here, these towers, to the primary keep. And the keep now has an outer wall, and the inside of that will be the sanctum. And it is pretty cool. And what the nice thing is that this adds a little bit of that new dimension to it. It creates more width at the bottom, creates a little bit more dynamic and texturing to it. Now, that said, this wall is very boring. I haven't worked on that part yet. I filled in the wall because I hadn't decided what design I'm going to do with it. But we will be revisiting the wall itself, making it look nicer. But that being said, there is a very, very good chance right now that there's going to be a second story here. So something located on that level that's going to reach sort of downward. This side is actually different than the other sides. So, for example, this side has this flat area, and I haven't really fixed this up yet, but basically the idea is that there's eventually going to be a walkway. So you're presented with this massive thing. But, ooh, I see you! Mr. Creeper, don't do it. Oh, you want to check out the place? I don't blame you. It's a good looking place. All right. Whoop. Ah! The sword. All right. So the idea is that you walk up to it at like this pretty good height here. And the idea is kind of like, oh, you just docked or whatever. You're coming over to the new kingdom area, this keep, and you get to look at it from a little bit of a higher height, and then you get to kind of take it in. And as you get closer and closer, you kind of come to grips with the scale of it. Whoa! Dang! Thank you very much, Hump Day 13, for scaring the bejeebus out of me. I literally bit my thumb because I was freaking out. Rip. All right. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So to scale. Oh, that scared me. Okay. Whew. All right. And here's the duels. So as you walk up towards the actual main keep, you get this like, all right, that's kind of the design, and you get to like kind of enjoy the design of it, and then you kind of walk downward. We're gonna add a little bit of stuff here. I haven't quite decided which design would go best with it. I think I'm gonna finish the keep off before I do that. But yeah, you kind of descend, and you just realize how big that is. Like you look up and you're like, holy dang, that is literally a third of this tower. Well, it's actually like half or so, but it's like, oh my goodness, it's literally just a portion of this tower height. It is this giant of a wall, and it goes all the way around, and it is quite a large wall. I mean, it's definitely nothing to shake a stick at. It's quite large. It goes all the way. Ooh, I forgot a section. Aha. All right, I was wondering what happened because I had done roll call earlier. All right, so we do need to finish that off. We have a random gap in the wall there. This is a lot of blocks, by the way, guys. A lot of blocks. But minus that random part of the wall, we do have a lot here. And this, of course, is going to link into other things and stuff like that. So we are all going to have a good time with this. And, of course, for right now, the other upside that is a very small upside, I suppose, but something that actually kind of matters to me, is that they keep the baddies out of the major keep, the main keep, which is really obnoxious. So, anyways. So you're going to walk in. We have one little added treat to the keep's development here. Oh, and also for those of you who were not really here for that bit here, see those little things out there? They're going to reach out to the crystal. I think we've discussed this before, but just in case I haven't done that on YouTube, I will show you guys that. But yeah, we have like this inner sanctum here. I think we're going to fill this in with like maybe some gardening stuff. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But we have a little bit of room to play with here. No defensive stuff, I don't think. We might add like a couple things, like nice things in general. I might expand certain parts out. I'm actually contemplating if I want to flatten this out to be a little bit wider. But I've decided against that for the time being, because I actually might add a secondary wall outside of that wall, which would be a little bit crazy, but I think it might be, a good addition. So anyways. We also have a throne. Now, this is a silly looking throne, I'm sure. We have these little weighted pressure plates. They don't do anything as of yet, but I thought it was about time that I have at least one thing of like epic furniture, and I thought I have emerald blocks, I have gold blocks, neither of which are easy to come by in just kind of vanilla, not worrying about anything at all. So I thought this was kind of a cool little addition here. I'm pretty sure we're going to leave that, fill it in with some stained glass type things. Some pretty cool stuff there. But that is that. I'm pretty excited for it. But let's go up to the top and I'll show you the second to last thing. Well, I guess third to last thing if you count the surprise, which I haven't forgotten. Praise the sun! But let's go up here. Oh, right. There's walkways, by the way, from the second floor outward. So you can actually hop on out. They can walk straight to the turrets from the main keep. So if I needed to, for whatever reason, go right from the main keep over to one of the towers, I didn't want to worry about traversing all the ground there or whatever else I had. You can just take this quick path, which is very, very handy and very, very nice. But not exactly a major change. I actually really like this, how this ended up looking, so I'm going to probably extend those walls out or something, but we'll see. So, anyways, let's see here. We're going to go up. I'm going to show you guys the holder thingy, the grip. And this is the floor I'm talking about, where we're going to add probably a little bit more to it in terms of like the outside of it. I'm not worrying about the inside so much because the inside is really just flare and all this kind of like nice stuff that we are going to eventually add. But yeah. But anyways, once you reach the top, you kind of get to this cool little thing. You don't really get a good shot of it unless you're up here. It just doesn't really work out, unfortunately. But if you do come up here, you do get to see this really cool thing. I'm kind of playing around with several ideas here. I think what we're going to end up doing, don't quote me on this just yet because I'm not 100% committed to it, but maybe what we'll do is we're going to have beacons shooting through here and a crystal. And the crystal is actually, it's going to go from this yellow light to like a nice blue light, like a light blue light that kind of, once it hits the crystal, it just kind of continues shooting upward into the air through the crystal. Kind of like it's channeling something, or maybe we'll just straight up make a beacon up here, and then we're going to go ahead and make that beacon shoot straight through the center of the crystal and do that or something. So I'm not 100% sure how we're going to make this work. I do have a couple of cool design ideas in mind, but that is going to be pretty awesome. I'm looking forward to it. Alright, so one last thing that I have to show you guys for the start of build week, as well as kind of a schedule thing, I guess. I'm not going to really say I'm committing 100% to the schedule, just because if I feel particularly inclined to just work on something completely different, I will probably do that. But we are going to be doing some pretty nifty stuff in the future as well. This weekend, I'm pretty darn sure I'm going to do the work for the Guardian farm. We're going to start that off because I really do need to get cracking on that, because having access to the sea lanterns would be amazing, because that stuff looks beautiful. Prismarine and all that stuff looking really fine and dapper as well. Whoa! Thorns is actually pretty cool. Anyways, so that is going to be starting. I'm also planning to make a mob grinder. I thought originally Nooch had not made one, but apparently he has made one. So it's kind of like I don't really need to make another one. I was like, oh, that makes perfect sense. I don't know why I thought you did, or you did not have one. But apparently he does, so we're going to make our own. We're also going to make a furnace thing. I think also made the cut for the list. And there was one more thing I can't see. Oh, we're also going to make we're going to make an extension to the furnace thing, or we're going to make a blaze farm independently. I'm not 100% sure on that stuff, but I'm thinking that's what's going to compose build week. So a lot of crazy progress. But anyways, you'll notice that we have a new refugee camp kind of thing going on here. Just kind of hanging out and kind of being a delinquent, to be honest. But yeah, we have a whole bunch of these chests out, and the reason for that is this. If you go over here and you look left, we're going to eventually make a nice little door system here so it doesn't look quite as nonsense-y. But yeah, you head down, and we finally made a storage unit. Now, it's nowhere close to being done, obviously. We have quite a ways to go, but the idea is that this is going to be automated, so I can eventually just have one feed chest that's going to go ahead and throw it into wherever it needs to be, which is going to be very, very nice. So instead of me having to worry about it all the time, these chests can worry about it all the time, which would be very nice indeed. But yeah, the idea is that we're going to have a very large and expanded I wish. We're gonna have this nice and expanded storage system. So finally, we're gonna have our actual storage space. We're gonna finally have everything, and I am pretty excited for that because that is really neato, and we're gonna be able to do whatever we want with our storage finally. And this is not gonna hold the really important stuff, right? This is not to be confused with the vault. The vault is something completely different. And I'm pretty sure the vault is going to be located in the basement of the main keep or something like that. Maybe I'll make a sky vault or something. I'm not really sure. But, yep, that is a thing. And... people are saying... People are saying that there's no smooth jazz. I'm pretty sure the jazz is running. So I'm not really sure. Turn jazz up. Oh, man. But anyways... I hope you guys are excited for Build Week. I know I am. This has been something that I've been wanting to do, and I feel like, you know, we can finally just kind of let loose and go crazy a little bit, and I thought this would be a great way to do things. And we're getting towards the holiday season, so that means I do want to be doing some really fun stuff for you guys, so we can spread the cheer, have a little bit of fun. We're also going to be kicking off things not this week, obviously because this week's Build Week, but also be expecting some more stuff coming up on the How to Minecraft server that's going to be kind of propagated through Balam and the Quake Kingdom, which honestly I haven't quite thought of the name for it yet. I'm kind of thinking that through. So, but let me go ahead and head down here and show you my little secret passageway. It's pretty cool, isn't it? It can actually connect to the main keep. Isn't that kind of cool? I think it's really cool. When I did this, it blew my mind. I was like, I can make it there, and I might alter the height a little bit because this is like literally right underneath the floor level. Like this floor is actually the floor to part of the landscape, which is not great, but yeah, it's pretty amazing, and I really enjoy it. I think it looks great. So anyways, to wrap this particular YouTube episode up, I will keep on streaming for a while probably while I kind of fix up that gap in the wall and stuff like that. But yeah, for the end of this episode, I did not forget the surprise, don't you worry. And I have something a little bit cool for you guys. So while I was doing all this, I was assaulted by a whole pack of little zombies and a couple of these guys. Unfortunately, we lost most of them, kind of due to idiocy more than anything else. But this guy I named Alvin. I think I'm going to name him after Alvin and the Chipmunks. I remember Alvin Theodore. I think the last one's name is Rolf. I'm not really sure. Don't yell at me. I'll look it up properly on Wikipedia or something. But we do have Alvin, the little baby zombie jockey. The idea would be that I would get Alvin, and I would like to get one baby villager jockey and then one zombie pigman jockey. So they're all different. But I'm not really sure. Maybe if we get more of these guys in particular, maybe we'll do... Oh, it's Simon. It's not Rolf, it's Simon. Thank you for the catch, stream. I just got yelled at so hard. But yeah, so we're going to add some more guys, but I decided to trap him here. I quickly grabbed a name tag and just kind of slapped that on him. But yeah, so that happened, which is pretty neato-canito. I have 120% expect for me to actually fall in here and then get him killed. But for now, he's alive, and for now, he's healthy. They don't burn up in the sun either, which is really, really handy and nice. But yeah, so he's hanging out there. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you're watching on YouTube for a stream, I'll keep on streaming, so don't worry about that. But for those of you watching on YouTube, that's all for now. If you guys did enjoy, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel if you like Minecraft stuff, and of course, comment down below if you have like a radical change of direction or like a new idea for what we want to do on the build week, as well as kind of upcoming stuff. And of course, also leave kind of your thoughts and feelings about how your Thanksgiving went, and share those kinds of thoughts, because it's kind of cool. I actually really enjoy hearing about how people do things on Thanksgiving. It's very different depending on who you are. And of course, if you're not located in the States, then you're like, whoa, what is Thanksgiving? What do you mean? Canadians are like, that was a month ago, because you guys are weird. But anywho, I will see you guys next time. And I think the next thing we have on the chopping block is the furnace thing. Maybe we'll add a... Maybe we'll do the automatic sorter. I'm not really sure. But yeah, we will see. And I will see you all next time for the next episode of Build Week on how to Minecraft. So, until then, Alvin and I signing out. Ciao for now.